Hi, welcome back to Hot Topics TV, y'all. If you've never been here before, just go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Hit the bell next to the subscribe button so you're notified every time a new video goes up on Hot Topics TV. And you already know if the topic is hot, we are on it. So I know y'all remember PNB Rock. PNB Rock is a rapper out of Philadelphia who moves around a lot in the industry, was making a lot of noise in the industry, was getting to the money in the industry. He went from 29 to 30 years old and then he went dead, meaning lost his life. He lost his life at 30 years old out in California in a robbery where he was approached in a restaurant while he was dining with his woman and his baby in the presence of, well, I don't even know if, I don't think his baby was there. I think it was just him and a woman, him and his woman. And the robber approached him, told him, run the jewels, take his jewels off, his expensive watch, his expensive chain. He had on a flooded out Rolex watch with a lot of diamonds in it, custom diamonds and whatnot. So he got robbed. End of the story is he hesitated to take the jewelry off and give it to the robber. He ended up getting shot multiple times. In that process, he died, right? Okay. All that followed after that, a lot of people blamed his girlfriend who was with him because she was posting a lot on social media. And leading up to that day, a lot of people might not have known this, but he had actually hacked into her phone or got her password somehow, and he changed her password on her to slow her down a little bit from posting so much to social media. Because, he was like, yo, stop posting our location, blah, blah, blah. So a lot of people thought that her posting when they pulled up to the Roscoes Chicken and Waffles was actually the post that put out a geo locator on the post that told the ops exactly where he was at. Drop in your location. According to one police report, that's what happened. One police report says that they both posted to social media when they got there to the location. PNB Rock posted, his girlfriend posted. However, his post to social media did not have a geolocator on it, but hers did. Well, fast forward from that, we came to find out after a lot of people thrashed her thoroughly on social media, we came to find out that those suspects who ended up being a teenager, his dad as the getaway driver, and his stepmom, his dad's wife, eventually was also booked as an accomplice because she knew about it. She wasn't there at the scene, but she knew about it and she hid them from the police. All three of them have been booked and all three of them are in custody facing the murder charges, etc., etc. And in that case, we also found out that PNB Rock's girlfriend was actually not the one. It was not her post to social media that put those people on them. They were already there in the parking lot of Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles. They just took the opportunity. Yeah, we made a lot of videos about Ice Cube warning rappers when they come out to LA that it could go down at any minute. You don't necessarily have to post your geolocator or drop your location, but learn how to move wisely because there are thousands of gang members in LA that are all over the place. Anyways, fast forward to now. So the girlfriend of slain rapper PNB Rock hailed him as her hero in her first public comments since he was gunned down inside a California restaurant last month. She hadn't been on social media since. She hadn't been putting out posts talking about the situation. We haven't really heard from her what happened. I mean, she was there when the gun came out. She should have a lot to say. She's been cooperating with law enforcement behind the scenes, trying to make sure that her man's body gets back to his family from LA. She's taking care of the baby. She's doing a whole bunch of other things behind the scenes, holding it together still, right? Okay, her name is Stephanie, and her last name is Sibounheuang. I can't even say it properly, but it's Sibounheuang. Sibounheuang. Okay, let's just say Stephanie. So Stephanie was eating lunch with PNB Rock, whose real name is Rakim Hashim Allen. He was also a Muslim. Rakim Hashim Allen. I know. A lot of people are going to say he was a Muslim. He sure doesn't seem like it, with the lyrics and the. But well, maybe he was living in sin. I don't know. But anyway, just like people say they're Christians, and you check them out, and most of these gangbangers, most of these, they got crosses painted, tattooed on their faces, so on and so forth. So, hey, his name reflects that he was a Muslim. His real name is Rakim Hashim Allen. And at Roscoes Chicken and Waffles, they were there having a meal in South Los Angeles in the moments before he was shot on September 12th. As far as we know, they were supposedly on their way to the airport to go catch a flight, right? And the airport is somewhere close to that area. So they stopped to grab a meal before heading to the flight, and that's where everything ended for PNB Rock. Police said that the pair were approached by a robber who demanded PNB Rock hand over some valuable items. PNB Rock hesitated, and they shot him, multiple times. What does his girlfriend have to say? So, Philadelphia PNB Rock performing at the 2018 Farley Music Festival in Dover, Dell on June 16, 2018. The rapper, whose real name is Rakim Allen, was shot during a robbery in South Los Angeles on Monday, September 12th of 2022. He is best known for his 2016 hit, Selfish. Okay, the rapper is best known for his 2016 hit, Selfish, was transported to a hospital, but he did not survive his injuries, and he died at 30 years old. Check this out, though. He died at 30 years old, leaving behind a solid $3 million net worth. So he was getting to the money. Anyhow, we're getting to what she had to say. She said, "I am not okay. I am not okay." Stephanie wrote on Instagram, and that's all we saw on Instagram from her was "I am not okay," alongside a video montage that was featuring some of the special moments that she had shared with her man, her love, her father of her child, PNB Rock. She says, "My man saved my life." Now we know more from her about what happened. My man saved my life. It was detailed that he threw her, according to her, my man saved my life, throwing me under the table. He threw me under that table when he saw the gun come out and them approaching us in that manner. His first instinct was not to run. His first instinct was not to hold something up in front of himself so he didn't get shot. His first instinct was to throw her under the table so she did not get hit with bullets. I'm not supposed to be here, but because of him, I am. No one would be able to handle this. I can't even handle this, she said. Now, to witness what I saw and to keep seeing it over and over in my head, to being forced out of the restaurant. She's given a detailed account, okay, of what, let me run this back from the top. So she's given a detailed account of what took place that day. She says, "My man saved my life, threw me under that table. I'm not supposed to be here, but because of him, I am. No one would be able to handle this. TBH, I can't even handle this." Then she went on to say, "To witness what I saw and to keep seeing it in my head, to being forced out of the restaurant, to not be able to go to the ambulance or to the hospital. Car keys, purse, my phone, all taken from me. Forced in the back of a police car. Locked in an interrogation room all night while all this is going on. And to the last person in this world to know my man didn't make it after having the faith and the confidence that he was." So, damn, that's cold. She said she was the last person in the world to know that her man didn't make it because, of course, while she was locked in an interrogation room, news had already hit. Major news networks, TMZ, and everywhere else blasted that PNB Rock was shot in LA and he was now pronounced dead. And she was still locked in an interrogation room going through questioning. And like she said, they took all her stuff, her wallet, her purse, her, everything. And she was not allowed to ride to the in the ambulance, go to the ambulance to see him. So she couldn't see what condition he was really in. And she was not allowed to be at the hospital and all that. She was in police custody, so to speak. Back then, a lot of people were speculating. Say, I wonder if she set him up. Some people were saying, how long were they dating? Some of these females are grimy like that. They'll set you up for their man on the side and whatever like that. Turns out it wasn't nothing like that. So Stephanie, who shares a 2-year-old daughter, Zuri, with PNB Rock, also revealed that she'd been dreaming of a future with PNB Rock and touched on how solid their relationship had been. She went on to say, I felt this time is my relationship, that everything was finally perfect for us and for our family. PNB Rock had been wild for a minute. I mean, who isn't? Young men with a lot of fame and a lot of money and being successful at a young age, watching your dreams materialize. There are a lot of females and trappings on the way, on the journey. And I guess PNB Rock was known for taking part in all of that. Cheated on her a couple of times and all that. Finally, he decided, hey, you know what? I'm getting around to that age where I need to stop. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get it together for my family. And she's saying that eventually he did. And finally, at this particular time, when everything started to be perfect for her family, she said the man had even given himself to God. I mean, he had recommitted himself as a Muslim to Allah. Did a complete 360. He was loyal. He wasn't cheating. He wasn't running around. He was patient. He was teachable. And he was a teacher. I was finally letting the past go and letting him show up as his changed self, is what she said. That was pretty deep. Man, we got a saying. Whenever there's milk, look out for the ants. Whenever there's sweet milk in your life, look out for the ants. You know what I mean? This image, which was the image of the person's Freddie Lee throne. Y'all seen his picture out there before. Well, Los Angeles police arrested him September 28th of 2022 for the fatal shooting of PNB Rock. Stephanie said, my last day with you, I told you, I know that you're my husband. I know that you're my soulmate. Stephanie ended her post by saying, pain is real. No matter how rich you are, no matter how famous you are, no matter how spiritual you are, some pain is inevitable. These people have since been charged in connection with the rapper's slaying. You have Freddie Throne and his son, who is a minor, so they haven't shown his face in the media, are each facing counts of murder, conspiracy to commit robbery, second-degree robbery, and Chantel Throne, who is the father's wife, she faces one count of being an accessory after the fact to the killing of PNB Rock. Man, it's a lot for someone to, process and go through. That's deep what she said. She said, pain is real, and it doesn't matter how much money you got, how much fame you got, and all that. It's real. Some pain is inevitable. Well, Cardi B was right. At this point, those who accused her of snitching, not snitching, but setting him up, those who came up with all the twisted plots, they do owe her an apology. But that's the world. Everybody wants to sensationalize a story and get it out there and make it sound way more exciting and thrilling than it really is. And she was just her turn, and she became a victim of that. She's the one that's got to move on with the life and move on with the grief of losing the father of her child. She will now have to raise that child without the child's daddy. Yeah, the child is going to be okay financially, but the child won't be raised with a father. And that. She lost the love of her life, her soulmate, soon to be her husband. that type of stuff. So my condolences goes out to her, man, and I know she's going through a lot of pain, so I'm just gonna back off of this one and let her process and just report basically what she said when she drops whatever she drops next. All right, leave your comments in the comment section below. Tell me what you think about this one, and I'll catch you on the next video. It's Hot Topics TV, and you already know if the topic is hot, we're on it. I'm out. Peace.